Hello, everyone, and welcome to the debut episode of this second Real World Draft series here on the channel. As we're the UWFi, the Union of Wrestling Forces International. We've brought the band back. We have Nobuga Takada is our owner. We are him as our active avatar, if you will. As our product is a little different, though. I was a coward. He didn't make it catch wrestling. We did wrestling as a sport. So this is kind of our new age, air quotes, UWFi. So it's basically treated as a legitimate sport, but, be not as an official kind of, like, it's not a shoot brother type of thing. But still, it should go over pretty well, even though they'll be upset by dangerous, controversial, or bloody match types. Wait till they get a load of what we got in store for them. But this is going to be a more... So, the idea behind this is everybody's going to have records. So, obviously, very Evolve-like. But, AEW does records and stuff now. But it's kind of more of that. So, anytime there's an actual singles match or a tag match, records will be used, which everybody's record will be kept track. Here, it's blank for right now because, as you can see, we got 69 fucking people. Obviously, for those, are aware the draft is 45 rounds of votes and picks to have. So, you can imagine how many free agents that is. That's at least, a good 20 or so amount. It's been a lot. A lot of them is because of, actually Endgame. One of the promotions gets, fucked over with money and they just release everybody. So that happened. We signed a couple of people from them. And, we'll talk about that more when we get there and whatnot. But this is going to be the first time we use some gifts. Now, this person was signed as trade bait. And that's all it'll be. So, Fale, Bad Luck Fale, as you can see, Bullet Club. We have... So, everybody's going to be a part of some type of MMA camp, we'll say, air quotes. Not really an MMA camp, but everyone's going to have, a camp that they'll be a part of. So Bad Luck Fale, of course, being in Bullet Club, and everyone's going to have, a certain, manager. So the Bullet Clubs is going to be Fale, because I don't really want to use him, as, God bless him and all, but he's kind of perfect as the bouncer, kind of bodyguard type of guy for the Bullet Club. So that's just, where we're at there. Big E was, an interesting pick is I actually picked him and I was like, I'm not going to take New Day, I just want Big E. So he's going to be a part of UWFi USA, which is going to be the USA camp, which is going to be run by Josh Burnett. So this is, Josh Burnett, we used him. We'll just click the Josh, we'll talk about Josh now. Josh Burnett, that logo that you see is of his MMA camp that he uses as UWFi, so we brought a lot of their people in. But yeah, that's just kind of where we got that idea from. Goldberg. So Goldberg's a free agent. We brought him in for trade bait. As I'm going to be using a lot of trades, basically talent swaps in the game to use. So obviously Goldberg very popular everywhere. He's our probably most over guy at 75 here in Australia, but he's going to be someone we can use. So just real quickly, we're talking about trade baits and whatnot. So. We have a pretty positive relationship with everybody. We can't trade with Arizona Star Wrestling, which is, All-Star Arizona. I think that got fucked up. But nonetheless, this is Devil Cyborgs, the great Devil Cyborgs, because I wanted to trade with him, but I don't think Vince Russo allows it. No, he does not. Which is a damn shame, because God bless Devil Cyborg, the beautiful bastard, but he stole a couple of people that I wanted, mainly Bob Sapp. That one hurt me in the gut. He also stole Yamasaki, who was a co-founder of UWFi. That one was a tough blow. That would have been a nice road agent to have. But we can't trade with them. I think we can't trade with ENW as well, which I didn't really want to anyways. No, I mean, if you look at his roster, this is Jake's. Jake's is kind of basically... Yeah, I mean, you see, it's a U.S. company. There's a lot of just NXT and WWE guys. Nothing we need, really. As far as who would we like, I mean, Matt Riddle, but Matt Riddle's a piece of shit, so we don't want to use him. Alex Shelley, actually, would be huge. He was on my list of picks to get, but I wouldn't want Sabins. I would just want Shelley. But nonetheless, though, that would have been nice to steal Alex Shelley, but I think his contract. Let's see if his contract's coming up. Okay, year. Okay, we're gonna be waiting a while if that's gonna happen. But yeah, I guess we're already here. We'll look at kind of everybody else's roster. This is going to be a long-ass episode, but we'll try to get through it quick. As everybody knows, my intro episodes are like 40, 50 minutes long, because I try to talk about everybody and what we have plans and whatnot. But EEW, Extreme Eastern Wrestling. So this is in Russia. Poor Maxwell 21. He wanted like a deathmatch kind of hardcore roster, and I don't want to say it didn't go over well, but it's tough. There's some people I signed for free agents that I want to trade with his roster in-game to help him out a little bit. We'll talk about those guys when we get there. But I think we can trade with them. Yeah, no, we're quite. We got a positive fucking opinion. We'll try it. Oh, no. So Vince, okay. So Vince is their owner. So I guess that's who has Vince McMahon. So yeah, we can't. Oh yeah, Vince and Shane. So yeah, that's kind of where that is. He had to have his top 3 picks. It was like Volter and I think Dragunov, and then probably Axel. Probably was the third one. I mean, that's kind of what you have to do if you're in Europe, unless it's Claudio. It's because everyone has like their. I don't want to shit on these rules. But I think it's a dumb rule, to be honest, because, like, everyone's going to be, like, very much at a disfavor, or at a disadvantage, rather, if you're, like, if you're in Europe, like, or here in Russia, or, in Australia, or kind of you kind of are forced pigeonholed into having stuff, but I get it, I guess, but I kind of would like to be able to pick whoever you want. I mean, at least your first pick, do that, but top 3, I don't know. You kind of get limited, in my opinion. But this Kanto Catch Wrestling Federation, so this is Mike's. Once because I was pretty quickly to announce what I was going to do and what, by promotions. Obviously, when you see UWFi and you see, what I'm doing, it's kind of like, okay, so he's going to go technical. And then right afterwards, I see this Kanto Catch University. It's like, well, fuck. Looks like we're going to be fucking dealing with this. And obviously, you could see there's a lot of people I wanted. You got Kushida. Not really Sexy Virginia. He's kind of a piece of shit in real life, so we don't want to do that. Kinomiyara has been fun. Yeah, obviously, Access. You see fucking Nakajima and Go, Tozawa. Daisuke Sakamoto and Yuji Kobayashi. I love those. I love Strong Big Japan, but they kind of are not what we're wanting to do. There's a couple of Joshis, I think, like Asuka and fucking whatnot. But fucking Jonathan Gresham. That one was a tough blow. But, and we're going to try. So we joined, he and, we'll go to Thunderstorm Championship Wrestling. They made an alliance, and I have snuck in to it, just to steal their talent. Because they got a couple of people that we want. Mainly, that's, Kanto Catch University Federation. And then, I think Thunderstorm Championship Wrestling, which is, Hebrews. He has a couple of people I wanted, I think. Maybe it wasn't just Timothy Thatcher, Chad Gable, probably Bryan Danielson's probably, yeah, I think Bryan was like his. Now this one of his top 3 picks was he's in Canada, so that's kind of tough. It's I think he got as someone who was in the Great White North, obviously, as you see from our first series, the Real World Draft. He didn't get to have somebody face him off. We had 2 promotions in the first draft. This one, he's the only Canada promotion, so he kind of got the pick of a litter of a lot of guys. So that was. Oh, and also Shotaro Ashino is someone we wanted. Probably steal from him, but that's kind of where we're at. Olympus Underground. So this is obviously fucking Questlove's. He was Olympus last time, and now he's Olympus here. But this time he's Olympus Underground. You could see the Lucha influx, which obviously. He's it's kind of weird he's ranked 8th in the world, because he's definitely, like, the biggest, because, you have the whole lay of the land of Mexico at your disposal, and he got every lucha guy you could probably think of that's active, in the wrestling world right now. He got him, and he fucking brought him to, Olympus Underground. Definitely, as far as, like, who drafted the best, it's definitely him, because, like, he got plus he got Hiromu and Naito, too. For Los Ingobernables de Japón. But, you know, as far as, like, you're gonna have Romo and Dragon Lee, you got Sombra, Rush, Rey Mysterio, Caristico, Dr. Wagner Jr., fucking Ricky Bader, middleweight, that popped me. I don't think he signed Carly Perez to manage it, but that's, you know, that's neither here nor there. Flamita Bandito. He also signed Rock. That was awesome. He drafted Rock and Roll. That made me happy. Master Wato. Mustafa Ali. Like, that was a fun. And Yoshidoi, fucking Masato Yoshino and Ricky Doi. Like, he made a lot of great picks. I love Questlove, so that made sense that he was going to do the best, probably in the draft-wise, in him being in Mexico. I had fun. You know, I did a draft of Mexico on the Great Dog Software forums, and I had a, you know, kind of fun little roster, and that was a couple of years ago. I was going to say that was 2018, maybe 16, around that time. It was 4 years ago. But it's a fun kind of lay of the land, because there's just so much great talent in Mexico. 3 Lions Wrestling. Sorry, Nathan, I'm not using your logo. I'm sorry, pal. The fucking Idol made this sick-ass logo. I couldn't help but use it. It's fantastic. So he is in the, I would say, just the British Isles, if you will. He's based in Northern England. This is, you know, a touring schedule and kind of the idea of that kind of blend of the Western style with you know, with promos and whatnot. So very much an East versus West style. I mean, you got Sheamus, Drew, Pac. Bobby Lashley was a sweet pick. That was someone that I kind of was, after he took him, I was like, damn, I probably could have had it. He was someone that skipped my mind on who could be in the UWFi with Bobby Lashley. And I was like, damn, that was a good pick. You know, he's got Barrett as Stu Bennett, Pete Dunne, Doug Williams, Mark Haskins, Chris Sierra, Zach Gibson, Chase Samuels, David Boy Smith Jr., Chris Ridgway. You know, obviously some of the, you know, the top echelon of non-scumbags in the UK. But yeah, he's gonna, you know, that's a fun roster to see and whatnot. As we'll look at the champions. They have a lot, as you see here. You have the British Commonwealth Heavyweight, Junior Heavyweight Tag, Women's, and they have their Grand Prix and their Heritage Cup and their Pride of Britain Tournament Cup. Alright, that was, and I thought I had a lot of titles. You just wait and see until that happens. We kind of talked about Thunderstorm. Doesn't really need to talk about him more. Just basically owned ran by Lance Storm. And then this, poor WrestleGate. Poor fucking Luke Arthur. God bless him. He's got this promotion that's very, like, PWG in, like, 2004. And then, you know, it's even ran by Super Dragon, which is hilarious. But for some odd reason, right out of the gate, no shows ran, nothing. He's in negative $56,948. So they just released everybody. See, fucking Tommy End, The Bucks, Ricochet, Uwan Nation, Sami Callihan, Dalton Castle, Cedric Alexander, Donovan Dijak, Seidel, Swan, Trevor Lee, and then Bill Carr. Sadly, Bill Carr. I think Dan Barry's still there, but they cut Bill Carr. Let's see if I can find him. There he is. Yeah, they just poor Bill Carr got cut. But yeah, that was and you know, we'll see who we signed out of that list. But you know, it's pretty much a given who I signed from that. That's just kind of where we're at. But so far, I can trade with KCUF and TCW because of, you know, I joined their alliance. But really more, I'm like a fucking mole, if you will. I'm just gonna talent swap, try to get, like, everybody I can, because it's pretty easy to have talent swap from what I've understood from this. So basically, it's, you know, if someone's, like, unimportant and someone's, like, important or something over there, usually the moreover guy will get it. But right now, no one can be traded with because it's so early on in the mod. Because, well, you know, we'll just kind of, Bill Goldberg and Chad Gable, we'll just, and it'll be like, they would not be open to this, and it'd be like, why not? It's, you know, they're not interested, as hasn't been on their roster for very long, so we just gotta kind of wait it out. We gotta play the long pond with that, but we can just still trade with them, loan them out with talent and whatnot, so we can bring them in, so we don't have to wait for so long. That's kind of the goal for everybody, not just, everybody that we can do. So Olympus, we're quite positive. So talent trading. We're too small. So that's another thing. We're just usually too small. So back to the roster though that we have. So that was just kind of where everybody's at in the world. I believe we left at Bill Goldberg's Billie Kay. Obviously, an Aussie, so that was kind of a given. Didn't draft her, signed her up as a free agent. So basically, you'll see, the Iconics. That MMA camp is mainly just women-driven. So the idea behind it, like kayfabe-wise, the kayfabe reason, Billie Kay, and you'll see Peyton Royce. We'll just go down to her since it's talking about both of them. They have brought some of the best Joshi talent throughout the world, obviously more or less in Japan. They brought the Joshis to Australia, to the UWFi, to showcase their talents. I gotta give them that thing. So they're obviously the managers of the Iconics, and you'll kind of see more of that as we go along. The Big Rig, Brodie Lee. What a steal. He was taken in the 39th round. Couldn't believe anybody took him. Eventually, I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna take him. Brodie Lee's the goddamn man. Put him in the Violence Giants. So, the Violence Giants consist of, obviously, Brodie Lee, and then Suwama, and Shuji Ishikawa. So, Suwama and Shuji Ishikawa, another World Draft Series. I love the Violence Giants, so I had to do that. So, the idea behind it, beforehand, was that Bob Sapp was going to be the manager and the leader of Violence Giants. That would have been fucking awesome, right? Well, the wonderful, wonderful Devil Cyborg ruined that for me, but that's okay. We'll figure something out. So far, I don't really have a manager or leader for them. It's kind of like they're a unit, togetherness. If I had to pick one, like, leader, I guess we'd have to have it be Suwama, kind of like how he is the leader of Evolution type of thing in All Japan. That's just kind of more. Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy was one of our early picks because of our region lock picks. He is the leader of the All Stars. That's quite original there. So basically, all of Australia's top talent besides Team DK. That's kind of what the focus is. Kayfabe reason behind that, and he's the leader of the All Stars. So that's and leader, manager too, because he's the main house. Shima, and he is of Warriors 5, Dragon Gate stable. One of my favorite Dragon Gate stables, as just a little unknown fact, as the Warriors, the movie The Warriors, one of my favorite films of all time. I have that movie poster hung up before we get into my room. I go up the steps to the upstairs, and it's hanging up there, right when the last step before I turn and go into my room. So that's just kind of a personal thing. And I love that run too, as this was 2009-ish. This was SEMA came back either from injury or from excursion. I can't remember off the top of my head. And it was Warriors 5, so obviously we brought that over here. I thought about just naming them the Warriors, but we kept with the Warriors 5. And Shima, and we'll go to Suzumi Yokosuka, who was actually part of the original Warriors 5. We'll talk about the other 3 members when we get there. But that was just the 2 original members. Drafted both Shima and Suzumi Yokosuka. I could have probably picked him up as a free agent, Suzumi Yokosuka, because I don't think really no one's given that the light of day. But yeah, as you see there, that was the first Dragon Gate USA pay-per-view. Enter the Dragon, him and Shima against the Bucks, which was a sick-ass match. Daichi Hashimoto with the Sword Army. So Sword Army, you see the Pro Wrestling 01, basically all 01 guys. So, Masato Tanaka, we'll go to him. Masato Tanaka, Shinjiro Otani, and I think I put in Yuji Hino in this as well, yes. Yuji Hino, I was kind of torn between Violence Giants and Yuki Hino, or Sword Army and Violence Giants. He's a freelancer, though, so he's only going to be around for a little bit. I think 3 months. Nothing crazy there. Dakota Kai, a part of the Kiwi Crushers. So obviously, as you can tell, Kiwi Crushers, all of New Zealand talent, which is led by Jay White, leader, member. That's fun. Jay White, you figured you might have been in Bullet Club, but now we already know, if you saw paying attention during the Bad Luck Fale kind of status here, saw who he was managing, saw who was the leader. But Jay White, leading the Kiwi Crushers. I like the logo I kind of put together with the Kiwi Crushers. So that's just kind of New Zealand's best type of thing. But so yeah, Dakota Kai. I wouldn't say early on picks. It's kind of somewhat late. I think it was around 6 or 8 maybe. So kind of somewhat in the early on. But yeah, Good going to be a nice addition to the women's roster, too. Damian Slater, an Aussie free agent. Obviously, an Aussie independent wrestler. Kind of more on the lesser side of, like, skill. So it's not, sorry, Damian Slater, but just as far as the Aussie talent, there's better guys out there, but he's a an Aussie veteran of the independent scene. So he's a nice guy to have someone, because he's over, so it'll be someone to put over to the other guys who aren't really over, but are extremely talented. Dean Brady, another all-star. I was actually, he was someone on the list to draft because, he's very technically sound. Not as over as, like, Damian Slater, who was a part of the independent veteran scene, but he's 24 years old. Young guy that's very talented. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I figured the Alls guys would be pretty, like Jude London and Paris De Silva and Kyle Fletcher, but they were taken. Kyle Fletcher went to Three Lions, Nathan and fucking Devil Cyborg, taking Jude London and Paris De Silva, but we'll probably, hopefully, try to get those guys in before you know it. Yeah, part of the All-Stars, obviously, Dean Brady. Eddie motherfucking Kingston. Oh, I guess, damn, I had a little gimmick for him. I guess I didn't equip it yet. Yeah, but, the last of a dying breed, Eddie Kingston, the goddamn man. He is, as far as what I want to do with this MMA camp, there's two guys on the list of MMA camps that are just one-man camps, so it makes no goddamn sense, but it's him, and we'll wait and showcase the other one. But he is, very much a lone outlaw type of character in the UWFi. He's gonna... we don't do heels and faces or anything like that, but that's just kind of... He's the War King, Eddie Kingston, He's the last of a dying breed. And he's going to be fantastic. I'm very excited to use Eddie Kingston. He's not over, but hopefully with our style, it doesn't really matter. But I fucking love Eddie Kingston. It's going to be awesome to book him. Ida. He is one of the other members of Warriors 5. Ida's the goddamn man. The fucking Dragon Gate champ as of right now. And he's a chopping machine, as you see that nicknamed the King of the Chop. Ida Kobayashi, which I'm just going to call him Ida Kobayashi. Because I don't want to... It's weird. I kind of want to make this as legitimate as I can, but there's a lot of guys that just have one name. So, I think with Shima, I'm just going to keep a Shima. I'm not going to, make him a shoot name or anything like that. But, same thing with Ida. I was going to have him be Ida Kobayashi, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I think we're just going to let him be Ida. But, he's part of Warriors 5. Warriors 5 is going to be fucking awesome. It's basically a Dragon Gate stable. And, just got to get him over type of thing. But he's a toned lightweight. Well, those lightweights, we'll see when the titles come around that weight classes are going to matter. Gavin Mcgavin, one of fucking Fanga is going to be popping somewhere, obviously. But Gavin Mcgavin, one of the most, I would say, technically gifted Aussie guys, especially in the independent Aussie circuit that there is. Gavin Mcgavin's the goddamn man. Look for big things for Gavin Mcgavin. I asked him to bulk up because we don't have anybody that small. I want him to be a lightweight. Hopefully he does it. We'll see in 1 to 3 months. I think there's somebody else from the Aussie circuit that was a toned small guy. We want him to be a lightweight. Get on the gas, brother. But Gavin Mcgavin. Fucking man. Hideki Suzuki, a part of Suzuki Gun. One of the co-leaders. That kind of gives away who the other co-leader is. We'll just go to him right now. Minoru Suzuki. Suzuki clan. That's Hideki Suzuki, Minoru Suzuki teaming up. That's great. Obviously, Hideki Suzuki, one of the absolute best technical wrestlers in the world today. He's the goddamn man. 0-1 kind of mainstay on the Wrestle 1 mainstay. And plus, he was part of the fucking IGF. Awesome. He's the fucking man. I love Hideki Suzuki. Another man I love, Fukuda Hidaka. Hidaka is one of the most gifted technical wrestlers in the world. Even at 47 years old, he's still the goddamn man. But kind of was a big part of 0-1 in the early stages of 0-1. He also worked in ECW too, which is kind of crazy. Shows you, at 47 years old, he's been around the world. One a sneaky great, fucking technical guy. Evolve brought him in, and it was Hidaka and Hero. I think on Evolve 2. It was one of the very early Evolve shows. And even that kind of, the Evolve crowd even was just kind of we don't they didn't even know who Adaka was. Which is kind of sad, but also at the same time, I kind of get it, though. Because, wouldn't say he was, like, a big part of 0-1, but, like, him and, like, Minoru Fujita, when they teamed up, they were doing a lot of successful things. But he's the goddamn man. I love Fukuda Adaka. He's the goddamn man. Jack Bonza, another Aussie free agent, another technically gifted athlete, as he fits right in what we're doing. Perfect. Jack Bonza, part of the All-Stars. Jake Lee of Next Stream. The Next Stream leader, we don't have, obviously, Kento Miyahara, but we kind of have the next best thing to lead fucking Next Stream, and we'll get to him when we get there. Now, he's just right down the list. We'll go to him now. Kaito Kiyomiya. Fucking perfect. It's, in this dream scenario of UWFi, it's not led by Kento Miyahara. It's led by Kaito Kiyomiya. Kaito Kiyomiya is not even going to rock the green anymore. The green and black. It's going to be rocking some red and black. Be a sweet sight, but that's just kind of... So Next Stream, obviously, it's basically everybody who was the part of, like Koji Iwamado, who, turned on Kento Miyahara earlier this year. Think of, like, that type of Next Stream before he turns. It's everybody's in it, but Kaito Kiyomiya is the leader instead of Kento Miyahara. Just kind of a fun little trick there. But Jake Lee, Jake Lee's the goddamn man. He's going to kill it. He's going to rock it. We just got to get him over. Jake Roberts, a free agent pick. Part of the Snake Pit. No one's in the Snake Pit yet, but obviously the nod, having the Snake Pit, that's a nod to Chuck Liddell's The Pit MMA camp, so just kind of the same thing. Jake Roberts, God bless Jake Roberts. We got to use him before he retires type of thing. But he's going to be fantastic, promo-wise and stuff. We're going to have a lot of guys that can cut promos. That's really the big thing. Yeah, we got Jake Roberts. We got Eddie Kingston. We got some other guys we haven't even got to yet that could cut promos, but... kind of mainstay there. We talked about Jay White already. Jeff Cobb, part of the UWFi USA team. Wanting to team him up with Big E, because I figured that'd be a fun-ass team. Big E and Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb, obviously an Olympic-level wrestler, fits right in with what we're doing in the UWFi. Big E kind of fits. He was like a wrestler and football player at Iowa, so he's got those credentials, but he's a weightlifter, too. He's Big E. He'll do just fine, but Jeff Cobb, more than less, is on that kind of level of what we want for the UWFi USA team to be. Jim Ross, our lead announcer, perfect guy to commentate for this. He's, as real as it gets. Josh Barnett, he is kind of everywhere. He's, obviously the leader and founding, of UWFi USA, but he's also going to be an occasional wrestler. Plus, he's going to be the color guy. He's going to be perfect for what we're doing. It sucks he's not really over, but, it is what it is. Everything, Jun Kasai, part of MDK, which obviously is led by Nick fucking Gage. You already know. So Jun Kasai, and we'll talk about Masashi Takeda. Masashi Takeda as the MDK. Basically, I signed Masashi Takeda and Jun Kasai to kind of be trade bait for Maxwell 21's promotion, just to give him some more hardcore guys, just to help him out a bit. But especially because, like, Jun Kasai, he could kind of work what we're doing. He's kind of perfect for what we do. I don't know about especially Masashi Takeda. Masashi Takeda, you look at that fucking brawling. The technical skills aren't really there, but the man will beat the fuck out of people. He's awesome. He's one of the best. In my opinion, he is the best deathmatch guy in the wrestling world today. He's fucking awesome. But, we'll see. We'll see what we can do with him. With MDK all fucking day. Obviously, we couldn't really do this because Nick Gage obviously couldn't leave the fucking country. But, still, though, it's TEW. It's not real. We're having fun with this. It's a real-world draft, so it's even, like, a fictional universe in itself. So I figured, give it the A-OK to do that. But that's just fun to have that. Katsuhori Shibata, our road agent. One of the many road agents we have. He's a part of the Takata Dojo, as you see, which, mainly him as part of, in Laughter 7, we got Sakuraba. Sakuraba can still work at 50 years old. That's fucking awesome. I thought about cheating and making Shibata like an occasional wrestler, but no, we're not gonna, because I want to do Laughter 7 as a tag team. But, that's still awesome, man. Sakuraba. What a fucking double-dipping son of a bitch Sakuraba is. He's gonna be in the WMA 5 series, and now he's in the UWFi series. So how fun He's everywhere. He's all over the place on the channel. On the channel. Jeez, that sounded weird. As Kazuki Fujita, another man, double dipping. The double dipping son of a bitch. As, part of the Takada Dojo, obviously, which is kind of funny, as you will see in the next episode of the WMA 5 series. He may have left that in the WMA 5 game as he joined Paresta, but that's kind of inside scoop. But that's going to be a lot of fun having Fujita. I want to do Fujita and Sakuraba like teaming up and stuff too. Just as kind of like the old guard of the Takada Dojo. Kendo Kashin. We're just going to keep rolling these fucking Takada Dojo guys. Kendo Kashin's the fucking man. I love Kendo Kashin. One of the best technical wrestlers during... is even at 51 years old, like he beat Ryan Gracie in Pride, like he's the fucking man. As he's just he's part of like New Japan and was part of the exodus into All Japan in the 2000s. Just Kendo Kashin's the fucking man. Love him to death, and it's so funny that the Takada Dojo is just a bunch of vets. You got Kendo Kashin at 51. Fujita's 49, Sakuraba's 50. Like, it's just gonna be a bunch of old men that are gonna stretch you out and beat the fuck out of you. It's awesome. Keno, part of Brave. This is, we'll finally get into a Brave guy. That's pretty wild. But Keno was an actual draft pick. He is, obviously kind of be a part of Brave is like the Noah kind of stable we have. It's led by Naomichi Marufuji and Takashi Tsujura, which is, really what happened. But that's Naomichi Marufuji, Takashi Tsujura. You can just tell how much I fucking love Pro Wrestling Noah. There's so many Noah guys on here. Kofi Kingston, a free agent, because I said I wasn't going to draft, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods with my Big E pick kind of later on. They were just kind of left aboard. Maxwell 21 drafted Xavier Woods at the very end, which is fine with me. I wasn't going to sign him anyways. I'm just signing Kofi as trade bait. I put him in UWFi USA just to do it. No big deal there. That was just a might as well thing. We'll wait, while we're waiting for trade bait and stuff, it'll be perfect. I think he was like an amateur wrestler, just like in high school, but like nothing crazy like that. He'll be, he'll hold his own type of thing. As we talked about Iwamata. Obviously, Gun Wada. Fucking, I'm one of the greatest, if not the greatest referee of all time. Perfect for what we're doing. Kaizi was a free agent pickup. He's trade bait as well. I love Kaizi, but he just is, I kind of got nothing to do for him. We got our Warriors 5. We kind of got everybody kind of settled in. And he's just kind of like a guy that's got nothing. We could kind of do like a rapper stable type of thing. We could do Real Hazard. We could do something like that. We can have them be called like the MCs or something, and have everyone be like MC, as you can see there, as the Dragon Gate like next shows. He was the MC, Guyzy, but he'd be perfect for like trying to think, who would he be? He'd honestly be perfect, even though he's a Japanese wrestler. He'd be perfect in Olympus Underground, just to kind of have like that. Kind of like underground hip-hop kind of stable. Have like Japanese guys, have lucha guys, have like everybody just kind of be like a blend of all like kind of rappers throughout the other genres of music. That'd be kind of a fun thing to do. That if I was, someone like the overseer of this universe, that's kind of where I'd want him to be in. Logan Gray, another Aussie free agent, and still young as shit, over in a lot of places. It'll be perfect for what we need to do. As Madison Eagles, one of the best, as far as when I started getting into independent wrestling, one of the best Australian talents out of the indie circuit. She is definitely, she's been all over the world. Ring of Honor, CCW, fucking PWA, Chikara, Shimmer, HWA, like anywhere you could think of that was kind of like a deal. Part of the mid-2000s and whatnot. She was a part of it. Huge, like a pioneer, I would say, of the Australian independent scene of the mid and early 2000s. God bless her. As Masaki Machizuki, part of the Takada Dojo. I thought about putting him in Blue Justice, we're talking about Blue Justice. Yes, Yuji Nagata, he is Blue Justice. We brought him in. No, we didn't bring him in. We actually drafted him because Yuji Nagata's the fucking man. But we put him in Takada Dojo just to keep it up. He's 50 years old. He's the fucking man, though. I love Machizuki to death. Fucking 95 J-Cup, him and Shinjiro Otani. It's awesome. He was like young. He was so goddamn young too. That was 25 years ago. Probably 25 years ago now. It's August. Yeah, that was. Whew. 30. Young. Well, not really youngish Machizuki. What a time. Obviously, a mainstay at Dragon Gate. M2K. The whole nine yards. He's the fucking man. As we talked about, kind of Masato Tanaka, part of Sword Army, whatnot. We can do like a hardcore promotion too out of this list of guys we have. It's kind of crazy. As Miko Satomura, part of Iconics, she was obviously double dipping as well. She is a part of. It's not like the series of. She's a part of the Rural Draft #1 series as the CWA. She got injured very early on. Hopefully that doesn't happen here. But she's kind of perfect for what we want to do. And in the UWFI, what we're wanting to do. Mercedes Martinez. So I wanted to draft Shayna Baszler. But Kanto's Catch University drafted her. So, picked up Mercedes Martinez in the hopes of when we get Shayna Baszler, they can have them team up and stuff. But she'll do okay. She's not top level of what we want to have our women's division to be, but she's a great mid-tier girl that's gonna put on hopefully good results. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Mike Yoda as another referee. God bless Mike Yoda. We got some of the best refs, in my opinion. We got some of the best refs in the real world today. So that was huge. Mikey Nichols. So I actually didn't draft TMDK. I didn't draft Shane Ace or Mikey Nichols. I don't think I did. Maybe I actually drafted just one because throughout the draft, obviously a lot of Japanese guys are on my list. Drafted them, and Mike wasn't too fan of that, so he's kept on like adding me and being like, why can you stop taking Japanese guys? And finally I was just like, yeah, sure, I'll stop. Right after he says please stop, he drafts Jonah Rock, which I didn't really care. I was gonna just sign him as a free agent. I figured no one would draft him. Someone drafted him. All right, I'll just steal him in this in the in game once the actual thing starts. So we got Mikey Nichols and Shane Ace as Team DK, but we also have a surprise third member as kind of the manager role, Rhea Ripley, as part of the female part of Team DK. I figured that was like a cool idea to have someone that's a girl in Team DK, someone kind of change of pace of she's over as far as Australia goes and whatnot in the 40s, so that's helps them out a lot too. So Team DK getting a woman in there as well for Rhea Ripley as Minoru Sawa, rather, as I about said Suwa, as Sawa. Minoru Sawa, one of the most technically gifted. Again, same thing as Hidaka, just extremely talented. Was part of Battle Arts. God bless Battle Arts. He's a fucking man. Also another Pro Wrestling 01 guy. Was brought in from Evolve a couple of times, and everyone's just like, yo, fucking Sawa's the man. And just kind of, that was it. He's hasn't really done a whole lot recently. But he'll be brought in occasionally for I think the last time he got brought in for WrestleMania weekend shows. But yeah, Minoru Sawa is the fucking man. God bless him. Part of Blue Justice too. That's fun. Michi Marufuji, obviously, goddamn man. He's part of Brave as Naoya Nomura. Part of obviously Next Stream. Him and Jake Lee gonna be kind of more Next Stream as the team. We talked about MDK, Nick Gage, fucking man. Doesn't really fit in for the technical side of things, but for the fucking brawling and hardcore style, Nick Gage is the fucking man, but it's MDK all fucking day. Nobuyuka Takada, obviously, our leader, our savior, Nobuyuka Takada. Man who started this way back when, and now we brought it back and we sent it down to the Down Under. As Prince Devitt, leader of Bullet Club, he was my first non-region exclusive pick as Prince Devitt. Kind of a fun pick. I didn't think I would be able to get him. Figured somebody, especially I not really didn't expect him to get taken in the top 3, but figured he could very well have been taken in the top 3. He's the fucking man. God bless him. He's changed a whole lot over the years, but hopefully we can kind of bring him back into what I kind of want him to be when he was, Bullet Club leader. Basically, like, I want him to be what Conor McGregor, like, promo-wise and kind of that type of brashness of what we want here in the UWFi. Just a shit-talking Irish fuck. That's what we're hoping for Brent Stebbett to be. Rio drafted her. I think she was the last Joshi I drafted. She actually doesn't really fit what I want the Joshis to do and what to be. Now she's like, Japanese idol that, and whatnot. But she's been wrestling for like ever, though at the same time, 9 years old, was trained by Emi Sakura. She's really going to be trade bait, honestly. Thinking about getting rid of her to either the U.S. or either Japan. Trying to just unload her for somebody else. Rob Eagles was my last region lock pick. I love Rob Eagles. He fits perfectly with what I want to do. Technical guy, aerial guy, too. It's kind of crazy. We have so many different styles. We have guys that can work on the ground. We got guys that can fly. We got guys that are death matchers. We got fucking guys that will beat the shit out of you. We're kind of jack of all trades. But really, the main kind of stay was technical. We want to be a technical aspect of guys. But he's perfect for what we want. One of our most over guys on the roster. God bless him. And then Samoa fucking Joe. Samoan Joe. He's the other one that's a part of just a one-man stable, the Samoan Submission Machine. Samoa Joe is the fucking man. He's perfect. I can't wait to do him and Kingston, have a feud, and have them trade promos and stuff. It's going to be fantastic. God bless Samoa Joe. He is actually, as far as like our most over guy, it's him. It's him and then Devitt. Which, I mean, it makes sense. They're WWE guys, but it's kind of where we're at. Sonata, part of Suzuki Gun. Sonata, this is kind of, I don't want like blonde hair Sonata. I want like black hair Bat Sonata. That's what I'm hoping for Suzuki Gun. I just want dark as fuck Sonata. But he's perfect. He's perfect with what I want to do here. Technical guy. Can work. Can do whatever he wants. Sonata's awesome. I love Sonata. So that was a great pick. The pick that I enjoyed. There's obviously Shane Hayes, TMDK. Shasha McKenzie, All-Star. Another great, especially for the women's division. Technically sound. She's great. God bless her. Shasha McKenzie. Fantastic. She's going to be great. She's already, one of the most over girls we got. Good kind of promo. It's great. She's going to do great. Shinjiro Oyuri, I just couldn't help myself. I love Shinjiro Oyuri. He kind of, it's weird. He's in Violence Giants in my real world draft series. And I was like, I don't want to put him in the Violence Giants again. So I'm going to put him in Brave. He's a freelancer, so he won't be around for too long. But he's God bless him. He's the fucking man. I love him to death. So fucking talented too. He's sneaky talented, I would say. Well, maybe not sneaky talented, Shinjiro, but if you know he's fucking talented. He's the goddamn man. Obviously, Shinjiro Otani, goat shit. The amount of people we have that are like over 45 that are wrestling, so much, but they're the goddamn mans. And then our last announcer for our Japanese fans, Shinbei Nogami, the goddamn man. Shota Umino, part of Blue Justice, the shooter. He's the goddamn man. Shota Umino. Perfect for Blue Justice. Fits right in for what we want. He'd be perfect. As Taniguchi. Shuei Taniguchi. Of course, Maybach Taniguchi, maybe if you know him as, but he'd be perfect for Suzuki Gun. Not the top guy, obviously, but he's just that next kind of tier guy. Him and Vegeta last year had that absolute war. That was awesome. He's the fucking man. I love him. Shuji Ishikawa, of course, Violence Giants. Another guy that could fucking do death matches if we ever get to that point. Which we probably never will with our style, but man, he's the fucking man. Giant bastard of Shuji Ishikawa. He's gonna beat the fuck out of people. Suzumi Yokosuka, we kind of talked about. Warriors 5, Suwama, another, God bless Suwama. Fucking All Japan Triple Crown champ has Taiji Shimori is Bullet Club, another perfect kind of guy that we wanted. He's Jack Lightweight that can both be aerial and on the ground. He can work so many different styles. I love Taichi Shibari. That was a fun pick for me there. Takashi Sugiura, another one that could beat the fuck out of you and be technical. God bless him. Tetsuya Endo. So it's kind of weird. Tetsuya Endo actually had some. I was trying to trade him mid-draft. Just kind of at one point, I was just sitting there thinking of everybody I wanted in an MMA camp. And Tetsuya Endo was just kind of like, well, I got nothing for him. What am I gonna do? Then I started drafting Shima and thinking of a Dragon Gate stable. I was like, well, Tetsuya Endo would kind of be perfect for one like that. So he's in Warriors 5. I want to do him and Ida as a team. I think that'd be a fun team. Him and Shima would be a fun team. There's a lot of him and this next man, the final member of fucking Warriors 5, the 5th guy, T-Hawk. He'd be another, great guy to have. T-Hawk fits right in what we're doing. Technically sound, the fucking man. God bless T-Hawk. Awesome. Toa Inari, part of the Kiwi Crushers. He's I'm surprised he's kind of that technical as far as, the stats-wise. I kind of think of him more as like a brawler, kind of more of what he'll be like in the future years of the Never Open Division, but his technical stats are good, so we're going to use him. He's over in New Zealand. That'll be perfect for what we want to do. So he was picked up, not really picked up, no, he was drafted. He was drafted as part of the Kiwi Crushers, one of the main kind of guys of Kiwi Crushers, as Togi Makabe, free agent pickup. He could be kind of perfect for what we want to do as far as brawling goes. He's more trade bait for Kanto Catch Wrestling University, even though he does not fit that style at all. He's over as fucking Japan, and the AI's not going to know the difference, so he was just trade bait for Kanto. But Togi Makabe is going to beat the fuck out of people. Tom Lawler, filthy Tom Lawler, ruthless Tom Lawler, part of UWFi USA. He's kind of perfect for what we want to do. As I'm surprised his technical skills are so low and so brawling as well, but that's besides the point. Another guy that's over as fuck too that can cut promos. Well, not really over as fuck, but a guy that can cut a promo really well. Tom Lawler. Toni Storm, part of Kiwi Crush. It's kind of weird. I don't think of her as a New Zealand wrestler, but obviously born in New Zealand, and born in Auckland. Has then 13 moved to Liverpool, England. That's kind of more think of her as a UK person, but she Kiwi Crushers. Her and Dakota Kai are to team up as the Kai of the Storm, which is a fun name if you know the definition of Kai. As Kai is kind of like ocean, so it's kind of like it's basically a tsunami. Is what we're going for, a tsunami or a fucking just a tsunami nonetheless. But surprised their stats are the way they are. But I don't know, she should be fine. She's over. She's part of the women's division that we have, so she won't be really needed too much. Toriano, another free agent pickup used as trade bait because he's over as fucking Japan. I think he's in the 60s as well, 57. But yeah, bless Toriano, but he's not what we need in the UWFi, of course. Utami Hayashishita, part of the Iconics. It's kind of weird. A lot of Joshis got signed up in the as free agents by the Kanto Catch Wrestling University. So there's a lot of girls I had on my list to sign as free agents that not being able to take, but that's okay. Yeah, Utami, she's the drafted her. She's the goddamn man. Or she's the goddamn man. She's the goddamn woman. 21 years old, young as fuck. Is so extremely talented. One of the best young kind of debut girls. I talked about it when 2 years ago at the Marvelous Awards. One of the best debuts in 1 year since like Jun Akiyama. Like, she's fantastic. One of the absolute best. Yoshihiro Takayama. I had to have Takayama as a road agent, even though obviously in like real life he'd be very limited. Probably wouldn't be able to be at the shows, but we had to have him. Hey, we had to have him a part of the show and a part of the UWFi. As we talked about Yuji Nagata and Yuma Aogori as next stream, of course, to round out that. Wow, I'm surprised that didn't take as long as it did. We'll look at the stables just to kind of show everybody, just to see how many we have. So yeah, it must have not saved when I tried to make just kind of. No, we'll make it off screen. We'll make Eddie Kingston's. I think I just had him be the last of a dying breed. I think that's what I called him. Might just call it the Mad King. We'll go with Mad King. I like that. Let's see if we got it. Stable. I think last. Oh. Dang. Breed. Oh, no. Alright. Must have not put it on there. Let's just put... Oh, no, it is there. Cool. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Call the gang. Eddie Kingston. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, that's just kind of where we're at. And probably my favorite one is this one. Samoa Joe's. Thought that would look pretty cool. Even though we never get to see it. But that's just kind of where we're at. So there are a lot of fucking stables. I didn't even bother telling Nathan to add all these stables. I think I told him Bullet Club. Only half of these I told him. But I added like Blue Justice, All Stars. I think I told him Brave. But yeah, there's a lot. There's so many. But it's so fun, though. GIFs are really fun. I made this Violence Giants look. I actually kind of like how that kind of looks. Can't really see. It looks very basic when you have Brodie Lee, Ishikawa, and Suwama, just when you see him as the problem pick. But you have the stable page. It actually looks pretty cool. This, that's what that looks like. UWFi USA. Pretty, generic. You got the USA as a colors in there on the logo, then the flag on the background. Team Decay makes sense what that is. Snake Pit kind of makes sense what that is. Trying to think. Takada Dojo, yeah, makes sense there. The Sword Army, just bloody swords crossing. Nothing really basic there. That was already in the mud. That's just Suzuki Guns, kind of fun little logo. As next stream, that's you would say generic, but it is what it is. That was already in the mod. The MDK one. Obviously, we just saw the Mad King. The Kiwi Crushers one. I like that Kiwi Crushers logo I made. Looks kind of cool. Don't like the white. I thought about taking it out, but I don't know. At first, I was like, yeah, let's keep it in there. It looks kind of cool, but now I'm looking at it. Kind of looks dumb. The Iconics one's pretty basic. Same thing with the Brave one and the Blue Justice one. The All-Stars, that was already in there. Trying to think. I think that's all of them I went there. We'll go through the titles real quick and the events. It's going to be like an hour long. So, the weight splits matter. That is, I can't praise that enough and emphasize that enough. So, we have a lightweight and we have a middleweight for Australia and New Zealand. Now, let's just pretend at the top there it says New Zealand, and then on the top of this it says Australia. But it's just basically the same picture. The fighting one's an open weight division. So, anybody... We'll keep it male on male, but anyone in any division, if you're the fucking baddest of the bad, you're holding that belt for sure. Then our heavyweight title, obviously, for our heavyweight champions, and obviously our women's for our women's division. In the Supreme Fighting Tag League, that is obviously a tournament that we're doing, I think in March? I think it is. We'll segue onto the events page, which we're doing... So we're in August, of course. It's actually Fighting Back. Fighting Back is... It's a kayfabe, I guess. Obviously, got the name Fighting Back from what the Canadian Fighting Back, the cancer research fundraiser thing that New Legacy does and that C4 does and everything. So we did that, but it's for the Australian bushfires. So all the tickets are going to be free and whatnot. We'll lose a lot of money this month, but that's okay. And then Camp Conquest is kind of more of who's the best camp, type of thing. Wouldn't say it's like a King of the Ring or anything like that, like a tournament, but it's more of just kind of showcasing who's the best camp. So this Road to Battleground, there's a Road to Battleground, there's a Navigation to New Zealand. Obviously, the New Zealand tour is for to be in New Zealand. This Battleground is to be in Australia. I can't remember exactly where it's at. Just New South Wales is kind of where we're looking for. We don't have any logos for them. I might cook some up while we're waiting for the next, obviously at the for episode 2, but we'll see. Bloodsport we're doing in October. I don't know why it's up here. I think it's because I'm rated it special, but yeah, Bloodsport. No ropes. It's gonna be a work shoot. Air quotes. It's not gonna be a shoot, but it's gonna be a work shoot. So we're gonna try to put over there. And then the Christmas Clash from Down Under. It's gonna obviously be in December on Christmas type of thing. And then New Year's Bash, Mellingham and Nelborn, Bear at Sea, and then the Super Tag League is happening in April, not in March. And Gold Rush by the Shore, which is going to be in Queensland, and there's a event called, I think there was maybe it's not. Oh no, there's not a fixed venue. Never mind. I could have swore there was one, but basically all the championships are going to be defended at that show, which is going to be pretty big because obviously we have 7 of them. It's going to be a long night for sure. And for the Showdown at Queenstown, which is going to be in New Zealand, and then the War to settle the score. That's going to be like our season finale, type of thing, where it's kind of the combination of where the Australian middleweight and lightweight champions are going to take on the New Zealand lightweight and middleweight champions. We might add some more belts too. We might add like a light heavyweight division, maybe a middleweight, or not. We already have a middleweight, maybe something like that. Because we have lightweight, middleweight. We don't have a light heavyweight, and then we have a heavyweight, and we have an open. So maybe we'll do something like that, like a unification title. Who knows? But we'll do it for the intro episode. I figured it was going to be a long one. It was just under an hour. Thank God. We got it. We got it done, Pat. Oh, real quick. Our broadcasting is New Japan World. Right now, because of TEW 2020's 1.19, we can't change it to be on demand. We can't change it away from on demand, so we'll just adjust time slot, and then it's just on demand. But that's is what it is. Hopefully it'll get fixed by the time we get to episode 2. If not, so be it. It'll be okay. It's a free show anyways, so we gotta. Is what it is. Well, the only time I'll be making monies off of New Japan World. I guess I can change it to UWFi World and have like a logo for it and whatnot. We'll see. Well, hopefully, if there's enough time to do it. Oh, we have. So we're trying to sign Tommy in. That was. And then Jake Hager. We might put him in UWFi USA. I was kind of on the fence at first. I didn't want to get him, but fucking Devil Cyborgs ASW is trying to sign him, so I'm just gonna try to take him. It's just a handshake deal, though, so it's not a big deal. We might put him in the pit, too. He might be a river guy to be in the snake pit. Kind of just torn. We need someone for the snake pit. I actually was thinking Tommy in would be perfect for it. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next week for UWFi's Fighting Back show. Take care, everyone.